everyone. We are the matriarchs of fandom. I am here with Miss Lady Gray and Miss Liz, and today's topic is going to be on sympathetic villains. Although some of these people might not be considered villains, but they could be people that did kind of wrong and you just got to feel sorry for them. So I'm going to call them villains. The first person I'm going to talk about today is Miss Scarlet, the Scarlet Witch. Wanda, now, she originally was her and her brother, she was in an Avengers, and, she had a sad childhood by the government. She fell in love. The man died. She had kids, kind of, sort of, and she just did what she had to do to, I guess, the town. I kind of feel sorry for her, just based on her childhood. She had it rough when her brother died. She still had it rough. She joined a group with pretty much was the Avengers. Then the love of her life died. That could make anybody do what she did in WandaVision into the town. I don't know if I can forgive her for doing everything that she did, but I can. I can't see why she did it, but I can give her a little leeway of why she did it, so to speak. Lady Gray, what did you think about Miss Wanda, the Scarlet Witch?
Oh, I mean, this poor woman couldn't catch a break. It was like every time her life would start to look up again, she would get kicked in the teeth. And I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's not really surprising that she went a little nuts. I mean, everything was taken from her, and just it's heartbreaking. And I mean, it doesn't excuse what she did, like you said, but it kind of makes you understand why she went completely off the rails.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Miss Liz?
Well, I agree with Lady Gray. Same thing. Uh, it's too bad she couldn't have, things didn't work out, but yeah, and I totally agree with you, Vonda. I can't totally forgive her for what she did, but you can understand why she went off the rails, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. True that, true that. Next person is Eric Killmonger. He was in Black Panther. Now, there he is right there. Um, he was living in the United States. I think it was LA. Only thing he really knows is somebody comes down and his father is dead. And he finds out, I don't know when he finds out. I actually kind of had this conversation with Mark, but he goes back to Uganda and hey, I'm in line too. And I wanted to be in charge. I want to take the what was it? The crystal, I can't remember the name of it, and give it to everybody, which I totally disagree with. But I can kind of see why he had issues too a little bit. They left him there, which I never could understood that. You know, um, I don't know the original Black Panther. The father knew that he was there. Hopefully, I don't know. Even if he did knew he wasn't there or was there, he still left them there. That could do anything to somebody's psyche of, hey, you go back. He easily could have, if he didn't know he was there, come back and get him. And he didn't. So it makes sense why he kind of grew up, hating who he was hating. Miss Liz, what did you think about poor Eric?
Well, I totally agree with you. He got the raw end of the deal. They dumped him off because he it was basically illegitimate, and yes, I think the father should have brought him back, and things he would have had a better life, and he probably wouldn't have turned out to be such a excuse my French, dickhead. But yes, I think he definitely got a really bad kick in the teeth, and where he grew up wasn't exactly the greatest place to grow up, even if you hadn't been, you know, one of the Ugandans and whatnot. Uh, so, but what he did, well, I don't agree with. I think he should have just, you know, that was, like you said, nope, that was not the right thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care how much trouble, how much they basically dumped on him. I think he went the other way, if you know what I mean. There could have been.
True, true. Okay, okay. Lady Gray?
I mean, I kind of take a broader view on it, even that than just what he went through. You had people suffering, and you had this insanely rich, sophisticated civilization that could have helped them, and instead they selfishly kept it to themselves, and instead of sharing with the world. And I kind of see why he that would upset him too. You know, like you left me and my people here to suffer while you were living in the lap of luxury, and I probably would have been kind of like screw you too. So I kind of get it. I mean, like y'all said, it doesn't make what he did right, but you kind of understand a little bit why he was mad.
I'm gonna disagree with you just a little bit there, Miss Gray.
Eh,
I, I don't know if the world was ready
and I
to
could see that
know
too,
all
but
that, with what it could, and I can't remember the name of the I guess the crystals or whatever it was. I don't think we were ready. And I mean, look what happened once they
and
went
that's true.
and
Once people vibranium, once people knew
yes,
about the vibranium, yeah, they did kind of go a little bit nuts. But I don't know. I mean, I think there were ways that they could have probably helped, on the down low,
yeah,
or
yeah,
something. I don't know. It just I kind of understood his heartbreak.
okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Would you consider his character part of a tragic backstory?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What about you, Miss Liz?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Next person that I would like to talk about is Magneto. Now, he wasn't an X Men, but he was in the X Men movies. And I guess later on in the comic book and the cartoon, he became the X Men, I guess, if you want to go that route. But here's somebody who had abilities, and the human race did not care to see that he had the abilities. They wanted to, I guess, if I'm going to look broader, do testings on them. He just originally, I believe, just wanted to live happily. But of course, the humans, which is us, were the pretty much the bad guys to the story. Towards the end, when the Sentinels came, nobody was the winner. But he's another person that I have to feel like that kind of also had a tragic backstory. Saw what happened to his family, had the abilities, had to go into hiding, wanted to come out, wanted his people to have the same opportunities as everybody else, and didn't get that. So, Miss Liz, what did you think about Magneto? Eric.
He another one of those tragic backstories, and what the Nazis did to him was not good. That really turned him against humanity big time. And I think when he was learning stuff from Eric, that he could have actually gone to become a good guy, but he decided that he wanted to do it the other way, and he does kind of melt. He eventually sees the light, but at first he did not see the light. All he was interested in was, you know, I think he pretty much was out for payback.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Revenge.
Yes,
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
trying not to go that deep. That
But
means
it was. But it was what the
yeah,
humans was doing to his people. It really was. You hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. That's his tragedy.
yeah.
Lady Gray.
I think I think is parable the right word? It's just like kind of the classic parable, of humans just fear what they don't understand and they want to destroy it, and kind of a classic FAFO, you mess around, you find out, and when it comes, they messed with the wrong people in the end, as far as like the X-Men and the mutants. Humans didn't understand, so they wanted to subjugate them. And maybe they did have reasons, since they were definitely outpowered.
Hmm.
So um, I don't know. He was very sympathetic. He did have a horrible backstory, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Seeking, he was trying to seek justice,
Sure.
basically, to what was going on. So, he's somebody that I guess I kind of agree, kind of had that bad backstory, but, I mean, he killed people, but, there's a reason why he got to that far, why he was the way he was.
definitely.
So it's understandable a little bit more than some of the other people on the list. All right. Well, I do have another person from X Men. I have the professor's sister, and her name is Cassandra Nova Xavier. Now, she's a character that I saw for the first time in that last movie, the Wolverine movie. I felt bad for her. Here she is, his twin, and she had abilities, and she was taken to this, I guess, planet and left there. And she kind of had to do what she had to do when she survived. Now, I do believe that it got to her in her head why she became so bad, considering how much her brother was so good in trying to help people. But you almost kind of feel bad for her. She definitely let being on that planet kind of corrupt her to being there by herself. And then these other mutants and people come and she's trying to rule over her. Miss Liz, what did you think about poor Cassandra?
Well, I never saw her. I have not seen that last movie,
Oh,
and I did not know he had a twin sister.
oh, I'm
Uh,
sorry.
so you know, because I remember when Eric adopted, brought Raven into his family, and that kind of, and she was good until Magneto got his hands on her.
Yeah,
But yeah, I didn't even know anything about this young lady.
I am so sorry I spoiled it for you.
That's okay. I'll see it eventually.
Okay, okay, definitely see it. It's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty good movie. Lady Gray.
Um, I found her annoying, not sympathetic. I mean, when I did see she was going to be in there, I did a little study to see who she was. Um, and so to me, it's kind of a chicken and the egg. I'm not sure what came first. Did her brother do what he did because he realized she was going to be batshit crazy, or did she become batshit crazy because of what he did? I guess we really don't know.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I kind of found her annoying, but yeah, I mean, I kind of understood. Being stuck there would kind of make you crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And I actually like the way you said that, the chicken or the egg. I never actually thought about it like that, you know. Hmm. I've never heard of her before this movie, so I don't know if she is a character that they just added for the movie or if
She was
it was
supposedly in one of the comic books.
okay,
There was
okay,
a storyline in one of the comic books. I hadn't read it, but when I saw that she was going to be in the movie, I kind of did a little prep work before I saw the movie, so I'd kind of understand.
okay,
I
okay.
watched the YouTube video.
We're gonna do that. Alrighty. The next person I'm gonna mention is Mr. Freeze from Batman. Now, I think the picture is about to come up. There you go. That's of
Arnold.
that's Arnold. I kind of felt bad for him. I also think that he was maybe I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it misunderstood a little bit, but you know, he had a wife. He definitely loved his wife. She became sick, and he was doing what he had to do to try to heal her. You know, I think originally it was always out of love, but he obviously became corrupted with what he was trying to do. I mean, he made the freeze weapon that had nothing to do with trying to get his wife back, but felt sorry for him. I guess if I recall in the movies, he did trying to help Batman, I believe, at the end of this movie here, but you know, kind of felt sad for him, you know, wanting to be his wife, and she was just, you know, in that little tube and just lying there, so to speak. Miss Liz, Mr. Freeze.
I have no. He's batshit crazy. He went completely nuts. And as far as I'm concerned, um, I have no sympathy for him whatsoever. Maybe when he started out trying to save his wife, he was good, but he went way off to the left field and off the deep end and whatnot. And after that, forget it. He's a baddie.
Definitely was corrupted, you're saying. Definitely was corrupted.
Oh yeah, big time.
Lady Gray?
I think it goes back to the old adage, of the villain will destroy the universe to save his lady, whereas a hero will destroy his lady to save the universe. I think that's definitely what tips him over into being the villain, because he was willing to destroy everything to save his wife. And there's something kind of sweet about that, but, he didn't stop to think, is this what she really would have wanted? Would she have wanted him to destroy the universe? So, you know, he shouldn't have gone off the rails.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. All right. I have one cartoon that I added onto the list is a Disney cartoon from The Incredibles, and it's Syndrome. He was in the first Incredible movies. There he is. Now,
Oh yeah.
as a little boy, you know, he saw Mr. Incredible, and you know, he was a big fan, and you know, hey, you know, sign my little autograph, and Mr. Incredible pretty much, you know, push him to the side to do what he's going to do, which is understandable. It wasn't the time for him to do, you know, the torture syndrome. But as he grew up, you know, he definitely wanted to all the supers, so to speak. He wanted everybody to be a super, which, you know, going back to another show we did when we was talking about Black Panther, you know, and the little aluminum thing, you know, should everybody be a super? Like, uh, you know, not everybody will use their abilities to for the good, but with him being a little kid and growing up with that hate that he had towards the supers as an adult, he was ready to destroy whatever he had destroyed because he was so mad at Mr. Incredible. Miss Liz, what did you think of Syndrome?
Yeah, he kind of carried it a little bit too far. I would think as a kid, if you got mad at him, and I realize but Incredible was in the middle of doing something, trying to do whatever he was doing. And the kid was kind of in the way. And so I think that there's another one of those people that basically carried it a little bit too far. And he basically got his in the end for being such a pissant. And
All the French today, Miss Liz.
and he kind of pretty much deserved what he got. And
Mhm.
I think as if he'd been, if he'd had a better, I don't know, maybe it was his parents' problem because they didn't smooth him over and get him to be quite so single-mindedness to destroy everybody and whatnot. And yes, I don't think everybody should have been superheroes. I think that would not it would not go well because there are some people that would not handle being a superhero well. They would definitely. There you have the ones who would handle it and be good people, and then there are the ones who will just be self-centered and go straight for you know whatever they wanted, and they couldn't care less about the rest of the world, if you know what I mean.
True
And
that.
I still think if somebody had taken him aside and given him the proper upbringing, he wouldn't have turned up to the person he turned into. Personally,
Agreed.
I think it's you know he got nobody to blame but himself for all that.
Agreed. I love that answer, Miss Liz. I 100% agree with that. Lady Gray?
I think it goes back to sometimes you don't always want to meet your heroes. Um, I know there's a lot of people like are modern heroes or like movie stars and stuff like that that I admire on the screen, but I don't think I'd want to meet them in real life because it would just be crushing if they turned out to be jerks. And I mean, being a kid, he just didn't know that, and I don't know, like Miss Liz said, where were his parents and all this, but yeah, be careful about meeting your heroes, and I think this is a classic reason why you shouldn't.
True, true. Okay, okay. Now I have one more that I'm gonna do tonight. This person is a in relationship to Odin and Thor. It is Odin's oldest daughter, and her name is Helena Odin daughter. Now, this is a character that I didn't know until I saw the movie. But from what I gathered, she was Odin pretty much right hand. They during the time when Odin was not being really nice and trying to get power, he wanted her to be right there with him to go out and go to these planets and do what he had to do. She do what she had to do to get the planet to under his control. Once he saw the light, she still wanted to do the badness, the evil. And if I recall, he kind of locked her away, put her to the side. She was there for many, many, many moons and eventually got out and wreaked havoc onto
Everybody.
everybody. You know, I mean, she was bad. She killed a lot of people. She destroyed their home. But this is somebody who was pretty much bred to do this one thing and then all of a sudden stop. And she couldn't stop. That was she was born to do. That's what she wanted to do. That's what Odin wanted to do. So I'm not saying I have sympathetic because she hurt a lot of people, but I can see why she kind of did what she did. Miss Liz, what did you think of her?
No, if she'd been now, sh- she was, helping Odin quell the nine realms, and she was his super soldier and the whole bit. But when it was all done and done with, he tried to, soften her up, make her, but she didn't want it. She didn't want to go there. She was pretty much evil to the core, and nothing he could do to stop her. I mean, he probably tried just about everything to, you know, soften her up, and when worse come to worse, he locked her away. And it was a good darn thing reason he locked her away, unfortunately. And then she got loose. And
Hmm.
we found out very quickly why he locked her away.
Yeah, but do you think he created that monster?
Oh, well, I'm not really sure I consider that him creating her, because she had plenty of chances to mellow out if she'd wanted to.
Okay, okay. What did you think, Miss Gray? Did he created her, or did you think she
I
has a
think he
chance?
totally made her that way. Um, Now she chose to stay that way.
Hmm.
She didn't have to stay that way. Um, Another Marvel example would be like Nebula, and Thanos made her an assassin, but when she had to make a choice, she chose to be good.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, I don't see why Hela didn't have a choice. Hela had a choice as well, and you know, at the end, I guess Odin did what he did to save the universe, but you kind of had to feel bad for her because he's the one that planted that seed.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay. Well, that's all I have for today, ladies. I do want to thank everyone who's listening and watching. Please hit and like and subscribe. I want to thank again Miss Lady Gray, Miss Liz for joining me tonight. Now, I think somebody has a birthday coming up. Am I wrong?
maybe,
Nobody has a birthday coming
once you get to a certain age, you just
up? Well, I want to say happy birthday coming up, Miss Lady
thank you,
Gray.
Happy
thank you,
birthday.
Yes,
thank you.
ma'am. Hope you have a blessed and fun day on your day. Do something fun.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, excellent. Once again, thank you for everyone joining. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Have a good life. See you in 2 weeks. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. This has been a Cosmic Portal production.